Alrighty, I am not going to switch us because you're facing that direction and I'm facing this. You're facing one of these directions. Anyway, Welcome to the live stream, guys. Just coming off of the premiere of my newest video. I feel like I'm like red carpet, but no, I'm not. There was like what, four of us in there. Um, but uh, but yeah. Geez, I made well, technically it took me 2 weeks to make two videos, but yeah, I made two videos this weekend. The other one I still have to edit and put together, and it'll be up next week. So next week video is filmed. It's not edited yet, but it's filmed. It gives me a week to edit it. Which also means that I can be a week behind because I'm going on vacation for my birthday and won't be in the garage. So I have a video already made for that. But yeah, last week, I don't know where everybody was at last week, but they weren't here. I was all here all by my lonesome, and I took the time. I didn't waste it. I took the time to get our lovely stream bot back up and running. I don't know what the hell was wrong with it, but I poked around with it until I got it to work. So Streambot is working. In fact, I find it absolutely hilarious. Streambot invaded our live premiere of the video.
Yeah,
And,
I saw that.
Yeah, and Elliot here got a chance to gamble. I don't know if it's working here.
Hey.
What the hell? Did it only work at the one? I hope it's on just worked at my premiere and not here. That'd be freaking weird. Because it was working. Unless it's because I started two at once and it doesn't know where to freaking go. That might have been it. I don't know. Yeah, it was working for like 10 seconds. It may take a minute for it to switch over. I might have to turn it off and start it back up again for it to realize that there's a live stream going on over here. Looks like we have one viewer. It looks like it's Big E. Thank you for showing up and showing your support, Big E. We appreciate you.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where everybody is. I have no idea. Big E can hit the like button though. Yeah, I don't know. With the live stream last week, and then hopefully this week, if we stay on long enough, people pop in. I don't know if it's just because of the nice weather and it's a Saturday. Like Saturday during the winter might have been fine because everybody was, home. We might have to
Huddled by the fire.
We might have to look into a different freaking a day if this is the way this is going to be because. Yeah. I thought Saturday nights would have been great. Why am I hearing an echo? From me?
Is it me?
It might be. Are you listening to the podcast?
No.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be you. I have no idea. Weird. But yeah, that was a bitch. I cut out so much boring crap out of that video. Just me fighting with the damn freaking exhaust. Because it was held together with those, just the regular bent clamps. And if you've ever played with exhaust, it's been held together with bent clamps that didn't completely fall apart when you went to take it apart. They like to leave dents in the metal, which are really a pain in the ass to get apart. So that system is not new. That system was on the car when I bought it. And I bought that car back in what, 2013, 2014? Somewhere back there. So that car, that exhaust has been on that car for over 10 years. Doesn't look like it. Thank God, stainless steel. It's not the pretty stainless steel, but it's the stainless steel that doesn't rust. But yeah, it fought me the whole way. In fact, as you can see, the one part that wasn't stainless steel was the reducer from the header down to the first pipe, and that's how bad a condition it was. Just completely rusted into the pipe. I ended up taking a pry bar, sticking it in the opposite end of the pipe, and beating, because I tried beating it out from the collector end, it wouldn't budge. So I ended up sticking a pry bar through the other end of the pipe and taking that big, like, 3-pound sledge that I had sitting there and beating the pry bar all the way through the pipe. Because once it popped the collector out, I couldn't get the pry bar back out the way it came in. I literally had to finish beating it all the way through the pipe. Um, because it wouldn't, the spring tension, it wouldn't let it come back through.
Yeah.
I just did a big no-no. My phone is not on vibrate. And I'm on live. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I never put my phone on whatever. But yeah, so I ended up having to beat that out, and then I'm like, crap, I need to find another pair of collectors or reducers, I think is actually what they're called. And none of the part stores around me had a set on hand. Yeah, none. I had to order them, and that's a bitch. I freaking hate the fact of the way that stuff is anymore. You know, you start a project, and once you have everything apart, it's not like you can always just slap it back together to what if I had to be at work with this vehicle on the next day? I didn't know I needed that part till after I started the job. And, you
Yep.
used to be able to just run to the parts store and pick up whatever you need so you can continue freaking doing what you were doing. No, now you have to wait for shit to get shipped, which means you lose a whole day, if not more than a day. Like me, I only have 1 or 2 days to work. And so if I miss those 1 or 2 days, well, now I'm another week behind.
Yep.
I'm sure you might have run into that with your snowmobiles that you do and stuff like that. Like, you get stuck somewhere, you got to wait on a part.
Oh
And,
yeah.
if you have a full-time job that's not doing this stuff, well, then you have to deal with that. And yeah, I don't think CloudBot's working. I'm gonna turn it off and try that again.
Well, as of right now, I no longer work at the sawmill.
Did it
I was let
explode?
go for a safety violation.
What'd you do? Did you start walking tightrope across the freaking beams again?
Nope, I had the forks off the ground with a pack of lumber on it, and the general manager said if the forklift would have rolled forward and crushed you, who's got to make the call to your family saying you're dead? I'm like, yeah,
Wait,
I
you had
understand.
you had the forks up with a load
Yep.
on them, and you were in the forklift?
Nope. I was out fixing the sticks between the lumber for them to dry, for air to pass through and dry the lumber when it's in the yard.
Yeah.
So
So
I made a big oopsie,
so what, you were supposed to
and
have
he
put the
just,
load down before you did that?
yep, the forks were supposed to be on the ground at all times when I'm not in the forklift. And I had them up so I could see the sticks and shove this airbag thing in to spread the lumber to fix the sticks.
See,
And
I don't know, because I
it
don't
was
think
a
we
safety
do that at
violation.
Great Dane. I don't know if it's I don't know if they're allowed to have a load up in the air outside of because I'm not a forklift driver there, so
Yeah.
I mean we have
But
the walk behinds, which obviously we're not in them at any time. And I can
yep.
tell you, I've put the thing up and walked in front to see where my load was at to see if I was far enough forward or whatever. You know,
Yep.
um, didn't get in trouble for that. Biggie asked how heavy was the load.
It was 2 packs of lumber, which were 12-foot packs that weigh almost a ton and a half each. So almost 3 ton on my forks.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Now,
And
our cranes carry 10 tons. Yeah, 10 ton. Our cranes carry 10. Oh, the one crane carries 10 tons. The other crane carries, is it 2 tons or 5 tons? And then I don't know what our forklifts are rated at. I think like 3,000 or 4,000 pounds. Our walk behinds, not the big forklifts, the ones that we can use. The ones we use in just the
yeah.
fabrication area, they hold like 3,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 pounds.
Yep. So going from the sawmill, I am now up here in Franklinville, New York, being a carny running carnival rides.
Oh, you're the guys I'm worried about. My kids being around. You know, the creepy guys. No, I have a carny friend from Lifestyle that I think she's down in North Carolina for the Renaissance Fair down there, and
Yep.
she makes like the swords and stuff that they sell and stuff like that. So they make and paint
Nice.
those, and pretty cool. She's also a makeup artist, so she dresses she does her whole like she'll do whole body makeup. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I've seen her done everything from Avatar to did just about anything. She looked like a giant mushroom at one point. But yeah, it says his forklift at work only does 6,800 or 7,800 pounds. Which how much is a ton? A ton is what?
4,000 pounds.
4,000 pounds?
4,000 for a ton.
Okay. Where is everybody tonight? Damn it! I mean, it's better than me sitting here by myself.
Oh yeah.
But where's all of our regulars? Where's Pilot and did I get Did I get shadow banned or what?
I don't know.
Because I put this up yesterday, thinking maybe that was my problem. That I was putting them up last minute.
Yeah, I didn't get any notifications till today.
Yeah. You have the little bell icon thing clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of I find it amusing that when I got analytics for everything when I look on the stuff, and out of so like 5 to 10% of my views come from subscribers, and of those 5 to 10%, only 5% have the notifications turned on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's like, I still don't understand. What is the point of subscribing to a channel if you don't want the notifications that that channel put out a video?
Oh yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I have mostly like I get cats. Um, she had a live at what like was it my 8 o'clock, right before 8 o'clock. She was going to a car meet
Yeah.
with some of her Mustang buddies, and so I popped in her chat. I mean, she just pops lives when they're not very convenient for me to pop in. It's the only reason I don't join. When she has a live where I'm sitting there and I'm not doing anything, I pop in. But yeah, a lot of the time she does lives when I'm like making dinner or it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, about ready to go to bed.
Yep.
But then again, she's also on the other side of the country, so her time is weird. Because when she was going out to that meet, it was only 6 o'clock her time.
Yeah.
And it was like something like 8 o'clock here. So, what have you been up to? I was also told that Joseph was supposed to be here because he has something to show, and my screen is all screwed up. I need to adjust this. Where is that? There it is. Nobody told me that my window was all messed up. We're all not in the window. Something I have to adjust every time I start this. And normally I do it before we go live, but I was doing the premiere and didn't realize that it was all cattywampus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the shape of the screen on here is determined by the shape of the window that I am grabbing the image from. Which is why that nice handy logo is in the top corner. Because you can see what's in that top corner on your screen. It's not my logo.
Nope.
But as far as YouTube is concerned, it's my logo.
Yeah.
Stupid branding. Um, not paying you ridiculous prices just so that way I don't have your stupid logo on the top of my screen. It's like freaking $20 a freaking month. I don't make $20
Hmm.
off my lives a month. It's not. I'm not freaking paying to freaking not have that on there.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, I may not get paid this month from YouTube.
Hmm.
No, but my freaking ad revenue is not meeting the freaking limbo bar by like $10.
Damn.
But yeah, it'd be the first time in I don't know a while. Oh, by the way, I don't know if any of you guys noticed. There's a new freaking thingy in the bottom. I just got approved for a new super. Do what? The super chats, the super stickers, and now I have super thank yous. Just got
Nice.
approved for them yesterday. Actually, this morning, I got the notice saying, "Hey, I can now allow my subscribers to give me super thank yous." So that's an option down below now, I guess. It doesn't give it to me because, I can't give it to myself. I don't know how that's going to show up on Streamlabs if it does that. By the way, I got to turn Streamlabs back on. I mean, CloudBot. All right. Be free, my CloudBot. I don't know if it went free. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So the schedule for this carnival stuff goes clear to December.
That's cold because you're what you set up by New York.
Yeah. Franklinville, New York.
Is that near Big E? Probably not. It's probably on the other side of New York from Big E. Because Big E's up by like northeastern New York.
Which town?
I don't
Because
know
we
if I,
got plenty of shows in New York.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where he's. I don't. I don't want to say where he's at on live.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
He can message me in Messenger if he wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to ever give anybody's personal information out. That's not whatever. He's not even here anymore. I think he
Yeah,
ducked
we're
out. I think we're here by ourselves. But I'm hoping that
our,
if we're on
our
here chit chatting long enough, that
uh,
that second later band will show up. They
yeah.
normally pop in around 10. But but yeah, I did a quick peeksy and pulled the carburetor off of Jean Grey
Mm,
and threw on the sniper. So I threw little studs in and threw the sniper in there, and I put the shaker setup on it like a glove. I closed that freaking
nice.
hood, and you saw the pictures earlier. I closed that
Oh
hood,
yeah.
and it just sat just nice and purty. I think I might have to do something because it looks like the engine is sitting off to the passenger side, and I don't know if that's
Mm,
normal. But the shaker sits just off to the passenger side of the car, like
mm,
maybe an eighth of an inch, a quarter inch. I don't know if I
yeah.
can adjust the motor mounts to take that to fix that, or if that's just where it is, or maybe maybe the hood's not centered right. Might be the hood too.
Yeah. That'd be a question for,
For
you know,
your dad.
Firebird and Miss Formy.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. So it was sitting just off to the one side, which technically I guess it could bother me, but it doesn't bother me. But it does bother me. It's one of those ones that just
Yeah.
catches my eye. I notice that it's not exactly centered.
Yeah.
But I haven't played with any of the body panels, none of the doors, the fenders, the hood, and I've had everything off of the car and on the car, and haven't gone back and done body caps. So it could just be that. I
Yeah, it
mean,
could
they're
be.
they're they're close enough to be a driver, and I can't do the doors until I have the seals in the car, because I know my
Yep.
driver's side door kind of does It rattles in the frame a little because
Yeah.
the seals aren't pushing against the door. Because there's no seals on the driver's side door at all. But yeah, where's Joe at? What the dog doing? Oh,
there's there's 6 shows in PA
6 shows? Any of them
that we
down?
do.
Anything down here?
Potter County, Elk County Fair, Gatlin, PA,
No, it sounds familiar.
or Galton.
Yeah, no, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's between Powder Sport and Wellsboro. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. PA's huge though.
Up, yeah, up 15 near Mansfield.
Mm. Oh, so I also got the fuel tank with the fuel pumped in. I've got the wire ran out the back. I ended up widening one of the holes. It's actually the hole for the sending unit for the fuel gauge.
All right.
So I just popped that out and reamed out that hole a good bit, and then I got to get a grommet for that hole, and then I have the wiring harness poking through that, and then I'm just gonna feed the wiring harness back into the main body harness, and run whatever wires I need straight up through the main body harness because why not? It's like the whole interior is out of the car anyway. I'll be able to find that body harness easy. I know where it runs. I'm the one that I had the whole damn thing out of the car. So.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just run it in with the body harness, and then I don't have to run any extra wires that look unsightly somewhere else. It's literally just going to follow the factory wiring harness. Don't know what I'm doing with under the engine bay yet. So that's another whole nightmare to tackle because it wants wires to go here, there, and everywhere as well. Plus, I have to get rid of any of the wires that I no longer need under the hood from not only the 403, but the stuff for the distributor and all that crap. Plus, there's a whole lot of vacuum lines I no longer need. That I can clear out. There's the vacuum lines for the distributor. I know. I still need to run a vacuum line to the HVAC, which I have to replace a one-way check valve that broke for the HVAC system. All the distributor stuff can go. I also have to check voltage because I need to make sure that it's sending the correct voltage at a certain in certain positions. Like key on has to be a certain voltage on certain wires, and then during cycle start it has to maintain a certain voltage. Which I'm gonna have to charge that battery again because I killed it because I left the key on. I didn't realize I had the key in the ignition and I had it on. But I also fixed part of my problem with that. I went out and got the one of the problems I had is that the studs that go into the battery from the side posts, they didn't make a really good connection. So I did this. I bought the same thing I have for the truck because my battery for the TA is a side post, top post. So I just got top post connections, and they have a wing nut. Literally, all you have to do is undo the wing nut, and you can pop your wires off without having to take the connections off the battery and on the battery every time. So I don't have to worry about wearing out the.
A lot easier.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about wearing out the lead posts.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is a lot of the issue, especially when you have a car that you disconnect the battery all the time. Because I was doing that with the truck. The truck I disconnect the battery on the truck, and then you just end up wearing out the little lead stop on the top, and then you're SOL. Because your connections aren't meeting good, and you're not getting proper voltage, and shit isn't happy. Oh. Are all your dad's cars up in Nebraska now? Or is there still any down at the house?
His plow truck is still at my house, and he just bought the S10 off me and my old lady that I gotta fix that he's gonna keep in PA. So when he comes back into town with the semi, yeah, something to drive.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
At least I know I won't be. Oh my God! When I took that car, the Jean Grey, when I took Jean Grey out for a loop around the house, I swear it felt like I was dragging my ass all over the freaking ground because that one freaking muffler was literally just bouncing off of every rock on the freaking ground.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah, did you see how low it was?
Yeah.
It looked like a kid with a saggy diaper.
Uh,
But it's nice and tucked up now. The only thing I'm worried about though is the e-brake line runs underneath the exhaust. I don't think it should be a problem, but
it should be a, what is that? Like a metal
yeah, it's a metal.
cushion with a rubber outside or
Mm,
plastic outside.
no idea. It's it's a thin metal wire that runs across, but it literally runs right on the underside of one of the mufflers.
Hey.
And there's no way I do that, or I have to put the mufflers underneath of that wire, which that totally defeats the purpose of tucking it up.
Yeah.
I have both of the X pipes literally running inside the drive shaft tunnel. That's how tucked up it is. It's literally inside the drive shaft tunnel. Which it looks like it was designed to do that with the way that the pipes look. It looks like it's supposed to run up through there. And then the mufflers literally
Yeah.
sit in the hump where the rear seats are. So they sit up in
Yeah.
that cavity, and then the pipes go up behind the back seat.
All right.
But for some reason, the one on the driver's side, the after it comes up off the back seat and then it goes across the top of the wheel well, that pipe was longer there than it was on the other side by like I said, an inch and a half, almost 2 inches.
Hmm.
So no matter what I did, I couldn't get that driver's side tailpipe to move further forward in the car because it was longer there. There's no bend I could do anywhere that would have taken up that space. I couldn't move the exhaust any further forward because I'm hitting the freaking the back wall of the seats. They
Yep.
can only go forward so far before, when you go up in that hump, you're gonna hit the back of the seats.
Yeah.
So I literally, there's no adjustment. I had nothing. There's nothing I could have done from the back of the mufflers back to that tip that could have taken up that slack because it was in the center of the wheel hump that it was longer. So literally it comes down, tucks underneath of the frame rail, and then down the side of the quarter and dumps out. The only way I could have done it was to either cut that pipe in the middle of the freaking where it goes up over the axle. But
Yeah.
I can't weld that back together.
Try to shorten it and sleeve it.
All right, which I can't.
But then you come into the issue of you put the sleeve on there, and if you put clamps, now it's either going to hit the body or hit the rear end.
Something. So I literally just I just hacked off the end of the pipe. I just made the end of the tailpipe part shorter, and then I'll just move that clamp. So what I'll do is there's a hanger that goes there right there on the back of the frame, right by the end of the quarter, and what I'll do is I'll put that hanger where it's supposed to be on the pipe, and then mark where it hits the frame and drill those holes out, and put the hardware in. I just don't know how I'm going to drill them holes out because obviously the quarter's in the way. I don't have a stubby gun, so.
Yeah. Or a 90-degree one.
I don't have one of those either.
Yeah.
I used to have a stubby air drill, but that I haven't had that in many years because of other things that also disappeared.
Yep. I know that feeling.
Gotta plug his phone in. Have a good night. All right, see ya. I could have sworn he was. It says he wasn't here. Unless he just popped in and popped out. All I can smell is Jess has me drying out some herb or something in the oven, and this whole house smells like flowers. And I have no idea. It just I have an alarm set to go pull them out of the oven at a certain point, but yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not like daisies or something that has like a flowery. It's just got like an herby smell.
Yeah.
It smells like weeds. Smells like I got done pulling weeds in the garden. That's what my house smells like right now. I don't know, man. Nobody here. Biggie didn't even hit the like button. Do you know what? That's why nobody's fucking here. Hold on. We gotta fix this. I just realized this is unlisted, which I don't know why it's unlisted. That's why nobody's fucking here. Stop. Shush. We got Joe. All right, hold on, Joe.
Okay.
For some reason, we are unlisted, and I don't know why. Public.
What do you mean unlisted? Do you mean like on YouTube?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the only people that could see the link, that had the link, could join. So.
Oh, that's strange.
So it would have been anybody who was in the thingy earlier. That's why nobody could join us, and now it makes sense. I wonder if my last one was like that.
There's a notification for this live stream.
I know, because it just went public. Now maybe we'll get some people in here. What the hell, YouTube? All right, we should be good now. And I put that freaking intro as like the whatever when you go onto my webpage, onto my YouTube channel page now. It keeps surprising me every time I click on the page and it starts doing the intro music. I'm like, no, click it off. We've been sitting here, old man. We've been sitting here shooting the shit by ourselves for 30 minutes.
Power to you! Wow, congratulations! Yeah.
Because the live stream was unlisted.
Right. Why would that have even happened?
Because it's a pain in the ass.
Were you doing an experiment or something?
Well, the thing is I unlisted the last live stream because it was just me sitting here 50 minutes fooling around with fucking Streamlabs. Which now I got to see if this will actually show up now for Cloudbot.
Yeah. It's weird on the days that I remember the stream. Like I'm a teenager. Everybody knows that. I don't act like a teenager sometimes, but everybody knows.
Talking about it. You're an old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that old man stash going on.
So I guess old people kind of have early onset dementia.
Yeah, there you
and
go. You just got dementia
all the time. So I forget. It doesn't occur to me. It doesn't occur to me during the weekends that the stream.
Well, it's not technically your live stream, so I'll forgive you.
Okay, thank you. Much appreciated.
You're just one of my valued co-hosts. That was not sarcasm.
I appreciate that.
Because they're all, I value everybody that takes the time out of their day to either join the live stream in the chat or appear on screen. Especially you guys that come up here on screen. I mean, you're putting your ugly mugs up here for everybody to see. You're putting yourselves on the screen with me. Like you're associating with me in public on a screen.
I'm happy to do that. Oh.
I heard you got a new toy. Somebody dimed you out.
Who was that? You talking about me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Mr. Moneybags.
I got a couple of new things since I've been here last.
Well, you've been here. It's been a while. Last thing we heard, you were freaking making shady deals in some backyard farm.
Oh my God, that's true.
And we have been waiting patiently.
No.
You're not allowed to talk about that until we have some viewers. You're not allowed to talk about that until we have some viewers, and the normal people finally, hopefully, start trickling in. Even though they're gonna think I'm a half hour freaking late. I was here on time. I apparently just forgot to hit the freaking open sign on the front of the freaking store.
Right. I
Yeah, but
don't
the
know how
last
long
time he was here, he was underneath that Ford doing the rear end.
Yeah, I forgot
Getting all
about
dirty
that.
with a
And he
Ford
lost
rear
his
end.
keys.
Wow, that's true. Jeez. Yeah, I still have that truck. Yeah.
You still have it?
Still going strong. Drive it whenever, occasionally.
You have to get out and push it yet?
Wow. Wow.
You
No,
know,
but
Ford's the only one that I know that makes their own sneakers.
I actually, that's a hilarious joke. I actually did end up having to do that with this new toy you were talking about today.
Was it
None of it's public. Like nobody knows I have
it a
this
Ford?
unless you picked up on my ads.
It's a Ford. You've had to get out and push it.
Yeah.
Oh my
on
god!
the second day of
I
ownership.
can't even. I can't even. You're just setting me up for jokes.
But let me tell you why.
Well, you want to know who here dimed you out first?
Who's that, Katarina?
Yeah, it was your girl Kat dimed you out.
Who else would it be? I think she's the only one that knows. So
You have a light reflecting off of the camera. It's literally putting a white spot like right underneath your nose.
Yeah,
It's absolutely
I see that.
hilarious. You have the opposite. You have the opposite of a Hitler stash. You have a saint
that's
stash.
fine. That's
You said
good.
it's one little spot right here underneath your nose, but it's white.
Man. No, it's opposite. So there it
There you
is.
go, right there. It's right there.
Right there.
At first, I thought it was something on my computer. I thought it was something on my computer screen. I thought I had a fuzzy or something, and I went to go move it, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, it's moving with his camera. It's not me.
Wow. Oh, that's very bad lighting, but hey, it does it. Yeah.
You
How many
need to
people
have
have
the
bought
light
homes
in
yet?
front of you. Like my light's up here.
It's the best I can do. Best I can do is behind me.
Mine's over there.
Yeah, you got to have front lighting, not back lighting. Back lighting is bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm well aware of how physics work, although...
That's not physics. That's not
Yeah.
physics. No, it isn't.
So how many people do we have on the stream just yet? Whoops.
No, we don't have anybody yet because they didn't know that we were fucking here.
Well,
We have one person here. We have one person here. 2 people here, it looks like now.
Okay, that was me.
Well, we know one issue with my father not showing up. Somebody or
I don't
something happened with his big guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
We don't got a break.
We got your buddy here. It's just Brisk.
Oh, there he is. Okay, good. Great. Yeah, he's in the living room right now.
He's in the living room.
Yeah.
He could be up here on camera, but he's in the living room.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
could be.
he could, but who would want to see that? Let's be
I
honest.
have no idea who would want to see me. I mean, obviously nobody.
I'm digging my own grave here because he is one.
Hey, whatever grave you're digging, I'm digging worse because I have no viewers.
Okay. Right.
I've already done that grave.
Mm. Well,
I've already been buried in it.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what you have on in the background. Zira? Or is that Hertz?
Turn your head to the right and look
It says
behind you.
Hertz. I think it says Hertz. Black box behind you on, I don't know what side you're actually...
Oh, that. Yeah.
His right.
Yeah.
Well, his camera could be flipped, so it could be his left. Who
It
knows?
is flipped.
Yeah, it's that side. What is it?
Yeah, that one.
It caught my attention back there. My squirrels are running rampant.
It is a mono Class D amplifier for a subwoofer.
Ooh.
It is it's an HCP one. It's a 2480 watt peak power. Although the RMS for a 2-ohm sub is 1240 watt.
It's only a tiny boy.
It is pretty small, but
Oh no,
you know,
somebody's out of fluids.
huh?
I have come prepared. I'm gonna give you a quick peek because
I got a backup.
Hopefully we'll get through long enough that I can actually try these today because I had these out last week. You know, I got one here and we got one here. So there's your quick peek. They're obviously not what I'm drinking currently, which is over here.
Jaeger.
It's my 2 bottles of water I have.
That's not Jaeger.
No?
No.
No. My bad. It starts with that letter.
Yeah.
But it's Ying.
Yingling. Pennsylvania.
I got my water.
Pottsville brewed.
Wow.
Literally brewed like 15 minutes from my house.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That actually is cool to know that there's I remember we went to Creston, BC.
How
and
tall
we
are
visited-
you, Garrett? Brad?
28.
No, I'm looking behind. I'm sitting there looking at you, and I'm like, I'm thinking that ceiling was like back here, and your hand's just like up.
Oh
here.
no, this ceiling's literally. I'm in
Like-
a bunk room up here in Franklinville. The bed is literally, I want to say, 7 feet off the floor,
Don't fall.
and here's the ceiling.
I couldn't. I'd have nightmares.
Like,
I fell out of my. I was in a foster home, and they had a set of bunk beds. Not only did the floor tilt, because the older floors they bow, and when you have a bed that's on a floor that bows, it leans out away from the wall. So it's a bunk bed that was already leaning away from the wall, but they had said bunk bed up against baseboard heaters. So the top bunk was literally like, I don't know, a foot away from the wall. And I had fallen in between the wall and the top bunk and landed on my sister, who was in the bottom bunk. Ripped my whole face open. Was screaming at the foster parents or whatever. They kind of like half groggily just sent me back to bed. I don't know how much later, my sister woke up screaming. Because so this is like the bunk beds with just like the thin boogie board as the mattress. You know what you're talking about? So a little thin boogie board, that's all it is. So it's like a cloth over top of a wood frame. Because kids don't need to be comfortable.
yeah.
Oh, the troll is here. I didn't see any packages. I'll have to go check. But anyway, she woke up screaming bloody murder because it was literally bloody murder. My mouth had bled through the boogie board and was dripping on her face.
Ooh.
Yeah. Needless to say, I got rushed to the emergency room. I had my whole mouth basically stitched shut. I can't feel the inside of my lips even to this day because they were that chewed up. So yeah, I literally have nightmares. You can ask the troll that's in the chat right now. I literally have freaking nightmares of falling out of bed.
Yeah.
I'll literally wake up like the panic scramble where your arms and legs go out because you feel like you're falling. I'll literally wake up like that. I've clunked Jess at least more than once in the sleep because of the panic of I'm falling, but yet I'm very securely in bed. I literally sleep with a pillow along the edge of the bed because I'm afraid I'm gonna roll out of bed.
My mattress is on the floor, and my dad says he loves that. Like he when he was a single guy and could get away with it, that was his preference, And a dog, it's great for the dog, but I actually prefer a frame.
I do too. I don't like sleeping on the floor. I don't like sleeping that low. I don't like climbing out of bed when it's that low.
Yeah, me neither.
Yep.
But I do sleep on the floor, and maybe that's a good idea if you have.
Jess says she likes pushing me off the bed, but you don't normally do that when I'm sleeping.
And don't normally. Oh, jeez.
You're too young. You're too young to have the wrestling matches in the bed.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. You are way too young for that.
Not with a partner. Yeah, sure, you're right. That will never happen. But let me just say that I have slept in the same bed as my mother in my childhood, and you were
borderline getting muted.
What? No, I'm not. No, there's no borderline involved here. This is not Alabama. So anyway, wow, that was a hilarious joke inside my head.
Good, keep it there.
Anyway, wait a second. Okay. Anyway, yeah, as a kid, you sleep in the same bed as your parent. So, even as a 5-year-old, 6-year-old sleeping in that same bed as my mom. I still remember it. How it is. She's the worst person on the planet to share a bed with.
She's a
Terrible.
thrasher.
She's got 6 feet on either side of her, and you've got an inch before you fall off the bed. And I just remember it. I still remember it, even on camping trips when
Troll in the bed. Troll in the comments. Same thing. I don't know if there's a woman out there alive that doesn't give you like a foot of the bed and doesn't take the whole rest of the bed for herself.
Well, it's easy to fix. You just push. It's. I mean, typically, just find a woman who's a lot lighter than you.
I dare you to push your woman to the other side of the bed.
Yeah, try once to push a woman away from you. It's like they have like claws right into the bed. They don't move.
They don't move. And then you're lucky if you have blankets or anything in the morning by the time you wake up, or you're not on the floor yourself. You don't ever fuck with a woman and where she wants to be in bed.
And why have you accepted that social norm there, Sean?
Huh?
Why have you accepted that social norm?
No, it's not accepting of social norm. It's accepting I don't want to die.
I don't care enough, and I also I don't have that even option
you're
to
too
care.
Young. You're too young.
Yeah, but even as I get older,
set experience in that department yet.
Mm-hmm.
Never wake the bipolar bear. Yes.
Yep, never do that either.
Well, for now,
it's the point,
right? Cars, man. What's going on with cars?
Well, you missed half the excitement. Apparently, I don't know where you've been all weekend.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I was. I'm just gonna start talking because I don't know how long I can stick around. But
before you,
I bought since last time you've heard from me, I bought Katarina's 77 Grand Marquis. I don't know if you guys heard of that.
No, she had one.
Oh yeah, she had one for sale. It wasn't hers actually, but she was selling it for Greg, the one on his property.
She said you got it for a steal, whatever you. I guess that's what she said you got for a steal.
No, that was a different one. I'll get to that in a second.
Oh.
I did get I think I got the Mercury for pretty close to a steal, even though it was pretty dilapidated and didn't run and had a seized motor when I got there. I got it unstuck pretty damn quick, but it was
Marvel mystery fluid.
No, if I was rich. No, just I just put BB blaster in there. It was so they didn't try really to get it unstuck. They just told me it was completely seized, and I got there and I could barely crank the pulley over, so I just put BB blaster and ATF in there, and it got it.
No, Marvel mystery fluid is not much more than a glorified ATF.
You're right, although it's 10 times the price.
Mm-hmm. So, no, it's got some other additives in it that's not an ATF, but
Marvel mystery oil is fantastic. I've used it before, but it's.
I've had it. I've put a half a quart in both of the Kias before.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it in a few things.
There you
go. When I was building the Nova engine, I had coated the block in Marvel mystery fluid while it was sitting outside, so it didn't.
That's not a bad idea. Well, yeah, anyway, got it running, or didn't get it running, got it cranking freely. I hauled it home, had it sitting in the driveway for a bit, and then I sold it to a guy because it was going to have to go to the junkyard. It was either to the junkyard or to that guy, and I did make a little bit of money on it, and it was worth my time. But it was, it was too bad. It was not the one for me to pour a bunch of money into.
That one.
And anyway, so then I found online, I was sitting in social studies doing nothing, and I saw this on Facebook Marketplace, this 1974 Ford Thunderbird that in the description said, great carburetor, and then the second line was, has to go within 2 weeks. It's an estate car, has to go. I'm leaving, has to go. And I called him up and I talked to him about it. Actually I sent it to my dad and he said I'd consider it for half that price, and he had it up for $8,000. Anyway, this is a one-owner car that has every document that is ever even associated with the car, the window sticker, the build sheet, every single oil advertisement. Huh?
What's the condition of the car?
When I say mint, it epitomizes mint.
So
it's
garage
gorgeous.
kept.
It what?
Garage kept.
Oh, yeah, all his life. Not a speck of rust. Anyway, so I called the guy up, and he added up for $8,000, which is already which is already less than it's worth by quite a bit. Anyway, so I called him up and I said, what do you mean it has to go? And he said, I'm willing to donate it to Kidney Car. I'm willing to just get rid of it, and they would just crush it. They don't deal with cars. They would just crush it and give you a tax receipt. So I was like, huh?
Remember me never to give anything to them.
Yeah, well, that's the place with most people. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened. I said, okay, I'm gonna come look at it. I got him down to $4,000, which is half, like my dad said, but it runs on propane. So
cool.
That's the thing that's like,
you
very
go down to your local Lowe's to fill up.
Well, actually, yeah, I mean that's what I've been doing. So it's cheaper by a
cheeseburgers
lot.
at the same time.
Yeah, well, it's much cheaper. Like I'm thrilled with how much cheaper it is. But anyway, yeah. So I then I said I called him. We basically made it. I went and I saw it in Red Deer, which is an hour and a half away from here, north. And I went and I saw it and I shook on $4,000. And then, being the absolute dipshit that I am, said, "Okay, how about 2850?" He said, "Yep."
Wait,
so
he gave you 2850?
2850 is what we got that car for. My dad bought it. My dad bought it for 2850. And he bought it as a flip car. And I'm not going to let him flip it. I'm going to sell my Matador and buy it from him. We got a $15,000 mint one owner Ford Thunderbird from an estate sale for $2850. That is, and it's not a desirable car, but it is.
Wait, I got to look at it. What did you say? It was a 1974.
Yeah, I have pictures of it too. It's the same length as my Cadillac. It's ridiculous. Here, let me find a picture too. Here we go. Oh yeah. Anyway, there's a whole other story.
Well, it's not bad looking.
Well, it's good looking. Yeah, I mean, this here.
What color is yours? This brown one's really nice looking. Oh, it's the blue.
It's kind of bluey gray,
yeah.
And it's just gorgeous.
Does it have the vinyl top?
Yeah, it smells like leather. I did condition it too because but it's just absolutely gorgeous.
It is
gorgeous
for an oddball. It's freaking one of the nicer looking oddballs.
Yeah, it is. But
though I have to admit, I kind of like it in this brown and freaking light brown color.
Yeah, I do like that scheme. I saw that.
I'll pop it up here so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Chrome tab, Ford Thunderbird, Google search.
Well, that's definitely the toy.
So this one over here.
Ooh.
I kind of like that color.
I can't see it.
You should be able to see it. Or did you just potatoed?
There we go.
You potatoed.
Yeah, now I can see it. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful color. I love that color.
This red is pretty too. I don't know if I like the color at the top with it though.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the scheme of mine. The black leathery type top. It's the closest thing to leather I've ever seen on a roof, but it's vinyl. So anyway, the black vinyl on the black leather interior, on the kind of metallic silver exterior. It's gorgeous. It was repainted in 1996 for $12,500. And I think, for accounting for inflation, that's about $26,000 in today's money.
Oh yeah, it could look like this.
It sure could. And I actually found one for sale in the States that looks like that. And, oh yeah, that's pretty rough.
Murdered out one.
No. Ooh. Gross.
Oh, no, it's not. It's nice. It's got a fucking duckbill spoiler on it.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a shoot, what would have been like a Corvette spoiler?
Man, I love it. Anyway, so another part of the story, by the way, I insured it today. I've been driving it around a little bit in the past couple of days, and I took it to school.
Less trap than the Matador.
Huh?
Probably less of a death trap than Matador.
Just a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, oh my God.
The white walls.
Yeah,
this thing is. I want to make it bigger. it is all this thing's got some work done to it. All the edges and seams look like they've been worked over and smoothed, and it's got gold steelies with big white walled tires. All the emblems are gone.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's got like a root beer colored paint scheme on it.
I don't mind the color idea. It's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the rest of it. I want to finish this little piece though. The back end, the thing is, this car is so mint that this guy had it in a garage for so long. It had Sears back tires on it. I don't know if you know about Sears going bust in Canada. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, they went bust everywhere.
Yeah, well, they still exist in the States, but
not really.
Well, they're there. They're just in the bushes.
Yeah, I'd like to know where you find a freaking Sears at in the States.
Yeah, they're there.
They've been gone since the early 2000s.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember Sears existing here until like 2016, I think.
Our Sears disappeared long before that, didn't they, Brad?
We had one.
An actual Sears or a Kmart with a Sears logo on
it? No, a Sears up here in Bradford that went under 3 years ago.
Well, it had to have been owned by Kmart because Kmart bought out Sears back in the mid 2000s. I was still living with my parents when that went out, so it had to have been before 2007. Huh?
Sears bought Kmart, and they were saved by a Kmart holding company, and they still exist today, and they're going through a whole rebranding thing. They're trying to save Sears, and it's not going to work.
Sears is dead here in the United States.
But, well, it's more dead in Canada. It's an American company. But anyway, so it has Sears back tires on it, is my point. The back tires are Sears, and it's the old Sears logo, and the DOT is 1990. So that's great. 32-year-old tires. Anyway,
you're riding on those?
Oh, yeah. No, but they're mint. They even feel supple, you know?
Hey, careful. You remember what happened to the side of my Nova?
No, I never.
Brad knows what happened to the side of my Nova.
Yep.
That was from a tire that was too old. It literally came apart at the freaking tread. Yeah. The tread literally ripped itself off of the tire at 55 miles an hour and ripped up the whole side of my car.
I was very lucky because just before it blew is the rest of my story today. This is all today.
Oh wait, so those 30-some-year-old tires blew up?
Well, one of them did. I was driving on.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, as I was riding on these 30-some-year-old tires, I was driving up Deerfoot Trail, which is a very, very busy highway, 3-lane each way, so 6-lane highway. It's very busy. Anyway, 110 kilometers, so 70 mile an hour speed limit. I was going north, and I turn off on this. I come off on this exit, and all of a sudden, this explosion, and I didn't really even flinch. It's almost like I was expecting it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they were 30-year-old tires kind of gnawing at my mind. But anyway, so, yeah, it exploded. I pulled over, and sure enough, the sidewall blew out. And that was the end of those Sears tires. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go buy some, or I'm going to order some white walls. In Canada, white walls are atrociously hard to find, but I am going to find some. What?
Cooper. Literally makes brand new white wall tires.
It's not in Canada. They don't, and they're not shipped here. But Coker Tire is where I'm going to get them. Anyway,
so should I go with an Irish cream stout or a longboard island lager?
There was a lager. No, never mind. I can't admit to that.
Yeah, you can't admit to that on here. I'll have to boot you and never let you back. What you do off camera and not on a public site is none of my business.
Yep. Well, I will say this: I actually seriously don't drink. I'm the 16-year-old that doesn't drink.
As most 16-year-olds shouldn't. But anyway,
Shouldn't, but do.
not on my live stream they don't.
No, well, you know what? Off
So,
day, off live stream, they
Irish
do.
cream
For this one.
or island lager?
It's a garden hose right here.
I'm not drinking garden hose. I did that as a kid. Probably why I have most of the
We'll do
issues
it.
I do now.
If I'm tired or lazy, drink from the garden hose. Mind you, Calgary's known for the good tap water, so
Yeah, just not the plastic from the garden hose that the water's been sitting in.
that's actually the best part. It's like a garnish.
Okay.
It
I need a
coats
drink.
the
I need a
throat.
drink. I need a drink. I need to know which one to open.
Go with the lager.
All right. Lager it is. It is a longboard island lager. And of course, it's going to be so freaking bright, you're not going to see it.
Oh my god, it's already 8 o'clock. Okay, it's my curfew.
Night.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to bed at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Well, does that mean I'm either really old or really young? I don't think we figured that out yet.
I'm not sure if we figured that one out yet either.
I don't know. All right, well, I will catch you later. I'll probably still be on the stream, but I won't be on the stream.
You guys can't see it because the light's in front of me, but
Now I can see it.
Looks kind
Is
of
this
light.
better? Is this helping?
I don't know. Is it?
Is this helping?
Oh my god, is it light?
Mm.
I don't think I've driven. I have not driven a beer.
Congratulations.
I have not drank a beer that is that light in color in a long time.
I will catch you later. I'll still be on the stream.
All right.
But see you later. Thanks for having me. All right. Okay, bye.
Slightly fruity. Definitely very light. It is borderline on the light end. All right, we need to get this Thunderbird off of here. But who all's here? I don't know if Jess is still here. Well, then we had a little bit of excitement there, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
I promised fun and games and excitement, and I bring you on. The hell is wrong with me? What kind of host am I? I can host all I want. It doesn't mean that people have to show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know. I had a hey, did you hear about the stupid bullshit of everybody like fucking jumping on the bandwagon of hurting on the fucking UPS?
No,
I
literally
got a notification and then I started looking into it. Got a notification that people are wanting to boycott the UPS, the postal service, because they are buying, get this, they're buying gas-powered delivery trucks instead of EVs. Yes, exactly. That was exact. And I was going through and I was looking, I did a search, and I could not find a single damn post of somebody backing them up. Everybody was like, oh, they're so unresponsible or irresponsible, or they could have saved fucking money and da-da-da, and they could have saved the environment or taken the initiative to do this and that. I'm going to laugh when they do this bullshit where everybody goes EV and it just becomes a big fucking flop.
Well, what I love is, oh, get this. Oh, it's still powered by a,
well, the thing is
nuclear warfare or something to power that electrical system.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get
what are we saving here?
Unless you're getting your energy from like the wind or hydro plant, most likely you're either getting it from a coal burning either coal burning or nuclear power plant or something. But the other thing is they're talking about it being so good for the environment. Okay. No. It doesn't burn gas and put pollutants into the air. But the vehicles that are digging up the lithium are most likely running on gas.
Yep.
Lithium mining itself is almost more detrimental than coal mining.
Yep.
There is a hell of a lot more coal than there is lithium. And you can't dispose of lithium.
Nope.
You tell me where this is better for the environment in the long run. It's not. It just
I think
looks cleaner. It looks cleaner because they don't have
well,
to see the pollution, because the pollution isn't in our backyard. The pollution is where they're mining for the lithium. The pollution is wherever they're dumping all of these lithium batteries when they're done with them. The pollution is in all of the waste and the scrap, and the fact that these cars don't last as long as a gas-powered car.
Yep. There is I believe it's across seas. There is a town that used battery operated. Oh, this vehicle, yeah. They have over like 3,000 cars in one area, and they're burying them with dirt because they can't fix them.
Because
Like,
that's better for the environment.
yeah.
It's just bury a shit ton of lithium batteries.
Pretty much.
Because that's not going to be an environmental hazard in 30 years. When all that shit starts deteriorating and all that freaking shit starts leaching into the fucking water.
Yep.
I don't know. Didn't we have a couple... Wasn't there a place in fucking Delaware that DuPont had something to do with that caused a bunch of birth defects because they were burying fucking shit instead of fucking disposing of it properly?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, like, come on. You know, if you were really wanting to go to something clean, what about hydrogen? Propane.
Yeah.
You know, something, and it's just like the ethanol. Ethanol isn't very fucking environmentally friendly either. It's not any better than freaking gas produced from oil.
Yep.
In fact, it's worse for the cars. It makes worse fuel economy. You know, but we're putting that in our freaking, engines now too. So I don't know. I don't get the EV. I don't get the craze. And I feel like anybody that ends up saying anything negative or against electric vehicles gets swarmed on social media. And they literally get steamrailed for having an opinion that's not of popular opinion. Because I think that's what happens on social media anymore. If you don't have an opinion that is shared with everybody else, then you literally get canceled. And I think I think there might be people that would speak out about it, but they're afraid of getting canceled. You had that who was that dude that was on Spotify or something that didn't agree with everyone else, and you had bands that were say they were gonna leave freaking Spotify because that dude had a podcast on Spotify, had an opinion that was different than somebody else's.
Yep.
And now you're gonna get whatever happened to people allowed to have an opinion that's not yours?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
It's like everything's got to be everyone's way.
I don't necessarily have to be right, but I'm allowed to my opinion.
Yep.
Hey, who knows? Maybe these EVs will freaking be awesome and whatever. My opinion is they're not going to. My opinion is they're going to, you give it a bit, and it's going to be a giant waste of fucking money.
Pretty much.
Because you're going to put all this time and effort into infrastructure, and you're going to end up pumping out way more crap that isn't going to last. Which means you're going to end up having higher turnover rates of a car. So instead of a car lasting 15, 20 years, I'm assuming that's about the average lifespan of a car, 10 to 15 years.
Pretty much.
You're going to have cars that are turning over every 5 years, which means you're going to be producing a lot more garbage. I mean, we've already seen this trend with everything. You look at stuff that was made today versus stuff that was made 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago, and you just see progressively it lasts shorter and shorter times because
Yeah.
it's easier to produce. They can sell more of them, and it's the next greatest thing. I have a brand new freaking dishwasher that's sitting out in my garage, and what did I do? I pulled a dishwasher bin in that's probably about 10, 15 years older than it, and it works just fine.
Yeah, it probably would work 10 times better than that new one too.
Yeah, and it's a Roger. It's not even like a big brand. It's a Roger. I think it's Roger.
Yeah.
The one that I kicked out to the curb was a GE. The motor went on it. I'm pretty sure it's the motor. It's either the motor or the belt, but most likely it's the motor because I would assume that if the belt went, it wouldn't cause the error code that I'm getting. So
yeah,
and the motor.
That's like my truck. It's a '94. It's 28 years old. It still runs like a top.
My truck technically runs like a top.
It just don't move. I can't say my truck moves either. My brother blew the rear end and broke the frame, so
that's okay.
It's sitting in the Poconos, and I got to get it home.
That's okay. My tranny's been screwed.
Yep.
Oh, my tranny's been done dicked.
Your tranny decided to
blow a gasket,
join the pearly gates,
something. But yeah, I just still gotta get that replaced. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even. I still don't get this whole EV craze. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see how it's going to be. I mean, and the thing is, it's like it's cost effective. No, the cars are freaking like twice as expensive as a gas car. It's gonna last half as long, be twice as expensive, and wait for enough people to switch over from gas to electric, and watch how much they freaking up the cost it's going to be to own and operate said electric vehicle. It's only cheap now because there's not many of them out there. It's just like it's just like anything else. Look at Walmart. Walmart's a pretty good example here. Walmart used to be really good on prices, which is why they drove all of the other stores out of the area. What happens once Walmart drove all the other stores out? Prices went up.
Prices will rise.
Because they have no competition now. They have no reason to keep their prices low. And the other reason that they keep their prices low is because they don't have a large variety of things. They stock up on like 3 or 4 different things, but they have a lot of them. So they don't you don't get a lot of diversity. You just get a lot of a few things, which makes them cheap. You know, because they buy in bulk and they sell in bulk. But the same thing with everything else, you know. Once a monopoly establishes itself, it drives out all the competition. Once all that competition is gone, they can freaking set their own prices because they have nobody to, you know, little Joe Sally is sitting here selling carrots, and if freaking 6 people are also selling carrots on her freaking block, she has to keep her prices competitive with the other people on the block. If she's the only one that's got carrots for a 50-mile radius, she can charge whatever the hell she wants for those carrots. Because you got nowhere else to get them. Now that's simple
That's
economy.
Just like have a car towed right now. It'll cost you.
Having your car towed has always cost you an arm and a leg.
Depending on like going with a gas-powered car to an electric car. If they charge by the hour, it's going to take a lot less time to load that gas-powered car than it is the electric one, because there's no neutral. Yeah, if it gets stuck in park, you can't shift it.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that.
And you can't pull a drive shaft.
We were talking about in the live stream, the live stream chat on Facebook, about the cars when they catch fire. There's literally no time to freaking get out of them. They just go.
Nope. If it goes, it's a fireball right now.
Yep. we're just gonna have roasted humans all over the place.
Yep. Maybe that's the whole government's plan.
Kill us all with fucking electric fires.
Yep.
I don't know.
Let's go
I
back
don't
to the
feel
good
safe
old
in
days.
one. I don't feel safe in one. And until they
No.
fucking address that issue, I'm not going to feel safe in one.
Nope.
You know?
If they were to switch over to everything electric for cars, I'll go back to a horse and buggy.
I'll walk. Sorry, I can't make it to work because I'm not riding in a death trap.
Yep.
I mean,
There, you'll see my fat ass on a bicycle.
yeah, it's the Samsung phone on wheels.
Yep.
At least the Samsung phone I
Yeah.
can get out of my fucking pocket. Feel
Yeah.
like get warm and get out of my fucking pocket. The freaking car, you're stuck inside of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think people forgot about that. Do we not remember what happened with the cell phones like 6 years
And
ago?
bursting into flames in someone's pocket.
Yeah.
Getting warm and catching fire.
Mm-hmm. And that's all it takes for these cars as well. It's the same thing. As soon as, and it's normally an accident. Okay, you get in an accident, one of the batteries get freaking damaged. The next thing you know, the whole freaking car is going up, taking every fucking car next to it with it. That one video.
Even worse for firefighters too.
Yeah, because like Nikolai, the guy who's normally on is on the show once in a while. What was that?
Yep.
18,000 gallons of fucking water and 300 gallons of fucking foam over 6 days just to put out one car.
Yep. But like, if it doesn't burst into flames in a car accident,
You're still
well, now they got to take the precaution to cut the battery wire before they can even extract the pedestrian.
Mm-hmm. Because it could burst into flames.
And they have to have the knowledge of where that wire is. It's a pain.
I don't know. I don't understand it. Just we have 3 people. Not see anybody commenting. And Streamlabs is back. Did you notice?
No, I don't have my other phone to play on chat.
Streamlabs is back. Nobody to gamble. I can sit here and gamble and freaking get my points. Or I can just give myself points. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. Oh, most of the time I don't get
I
points
gamble all. You lost 10,000. No, I gained 20.
You lost it. I gained it. Every time you guys lose money, it goes in my pot.
Yep.
Oh, I wish it worked that way. House gets the money.
Yeah, it'd be like Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
House wins.
Every day. I give you pennies here, pennies there. No, I'm just giving away freaking points left and right. There's nobody here to give away points to today. By the way, freaking, you should have popped into that live earlier. I did, because I had the sniper all mocked into place, and I had the shaker mounted into place. It was so freaking sweet looking. I have not seen a shaker on that car where it's supposed to be since the 403 came out.
Nice.
That gold shaker has never been mounted to a carburetor on that car. Never had a carburetor to mount it.
Yeah, I had about 2 minutes left in my break for running the ride, so that's why I didn't have the time.
I didn't realize you weren't home.
Yep.
But yeah, I was only on for like 4 or 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah, we set up Thursday, had the rides inspected Friday, and we're working today and tomorrow and tearing down.
Fun.
And then moving to Rochester.
Carney folk, huh? When do you get to be home?
Yep. I actually get to swing home from the 25th to the 30th, because my daughter has a dance recital.
I couldn't.
And then it's back back on the road.
Yeah, I know you and your dad do that. I can't do that. I like being
Yeah. I like being home too, but hey, gotta make some money.
Yeah. You still looking for another job while you're doing this?
Yep. I actually had a job offer from November to May in Florida at the Orlando Harley Davidson dealership running a concession stand.
Epic.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel excited about that or like really.
Like, it'd be nice to do, but
Yeah, it's
I
Florida.
can't be away from I cannot be that far down for that long and not see, my family.
You'd be able to hang out with Cletus.
I can't do it. Yeah. Tell Cletus, come on up to Orlando.
I want to go down to one of his events. I just probably not going to be till next year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll drive the TA down there.
There you go.
I'd like to be able to just drive the TA down to the next freaking town.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of ways to go. I mean, obviously we're gonna do the EFI thing. Then I got to go over all of the stupid, just get it ready for the road stuff. Brakes, shocks.
Yep.
Steering components. And,
make sure everything's nice and tight.
Yeah, because I mean it's been off the road for what, 6 years? I'm pretty sure it needs new shocks. I'm pretty sure I don't have a sway bar for it anymore. I think I lost that in the last shop move. I think it got scrapped while it was at that garage. Because I had it laying on the floor in front of my toolbox, and I don't remember it being there when we cleaned up.
Yeah.
Because we took it off of the car there. So I need a new sway bar for it. I don't need one. It can run without it. It's a rear sway bar, not a front sway bar.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have.
Yeah, it'll make the car
to keep it all, original.
I don't care about original.
Like suspension wise.
The whole car is getting a whole freaking updated suspension eventually.
Yeah. That's like there's this garage in my hometown. There's this garage in my hometown. The guy lost it to the bank. It's for sale. It's a good sized shop, but they took all the lifts out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sold them.
Like,
makes money back.
It'd be nice to have it.
Well, it'd be nice to get big enough that I can contact, what is it, BenPack or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they've been known to donate or at least reduce price lifts to YouTube streamers left and frickin' right.
Yeah.
Goon Squad, Demolition Matt. I do believe that Garrett from we were just talking about him, Cletus McFarland. That he got
for sure. Motion Auto is getting them.
Yeah, no, that's his company too. So,
Yep.
Vice Grip Garage has BenPack lifts. Like almost everybody that I know that's on YouTube that has a YouTube channel, they hit up and make sure that they've got BenPack lifts so that way their name's on it. I mean, you got to think about it. It's great marketing. All of the big channels they're running those lifts. They're not too badly priced either. So even if I couldn't get one through them,
yeah,
they're not crazy out the ballpark that you couldn't end up affording them by yourself. But I would only be looking for like the like a half lift, because unless I get rid of the garage doors that I have and get the roll up style ones, like I have the clearance, but the garage door is in the way. No.
Yeah, you could go with a like an alignment rack lift,
Yeah.
just enough so you can get a little bit more room than a jack stand
Yeah, oh my
underneath the
God,
car
dude.
and
I was
still
underneath the
pick it
freaking
up.
car doing that exhaust. My belly was literally touching the underside of the car. I had the back tires up on freaking ramps and the front tires up on fucking jack stands
Yeah.
and barely had enough room underneath that car. Now, my truck, I can sit into that car without even a freaking lift.
Yep.
Literally sit underneath of that truck.
Oh yeah.
It sits that high. Oh, what time is it? 10:30? We'll get this a little bit longer, and if people don't pop in, we're going to call it.
All right.
I mean, I love chit-chatting, but I don't want us to have somebody sitting. I mean, no point sitting here if nobody's going to be here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on. But again, like I said, it didn't help the fact that I didn't have it. I had it on unlisted instead of public.
Yep. So, like last weekend, I would have joined, but I was down at my brother's, and my mother decided to take his back porch steps out. She
Still
stepped
don't
on
know
them,
how
and the
that does
bolts
that.
snapped off.
But how does one bolt hold up a whole freaking set of stairs?
Yeah.
There's the design flaw right there.
Yep.
Where's the redundancy?
But we put a 2x6 behind it, and like screwed like 15 screws into it, and then put it there and
Drywall
screwed
screws
like
or lags?
50. Well, we put 4-inch decking screws into it,
But they don't
and
have
then
a
he
load
went
bearing.
back through and put lag bolts in it the
Okay, the
next
lag
day.
bolts, there's your strength. Because decking
Yeah.
screws will shear.
Yeah.
In fact, that's part of what was holding the shelves up in my garage, that one good whack with a sledgehammer just broke them in half.
Yep. Yeah, we just did the decking screws to get the steps back there so that we have them there, and then he went through the next day and put lag bolts in.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I got ahead of myself and pulled the whole top end off of the motor on Jean Grey. Well, pulled everything up to get the carb off. I got to put the carb. I had to put it all back to the way it was, so that way I can disassemble it again on camera. But I needed to take it off because I needed to see what I was working with on the intake, because the setup I had on it before, it was obviously the intake. I guess there's a stock metal plate that goes on top of the intake. It's weird. It's like, I don't know, some metal gasket. And then there is
Yeah.
I've never, the Chevys don't have that. At least none that I've seen. It's a Pontiac thing, I guess.
No, it's usually straight a little like fabric gasket or something, and the carb sits right on the intake.
Right, but this has like a thin metal. I'll have to show it to you later. But it has a metal plate that sat on top of the intake, and then the gasket sat on top of that. And then I had a spacer with like the directional, like to get the fuel to spiral. And then the Edelbrock carb on top of that. Well, when I looked down through the Edelbrock carb, because of the swirl in the spacer, I couldn't see what was underneath of the spacer. So I couldn't see whether or not it was a single plane or a dual plane intake. So I knew whether or not I was going to have to buy gaskets to pull the intake plenum off to redo, because I'm not cutting that dual plane while it's sitting on the car. That's not kind of where I want metal chunks going.
No.
So I'll end up taking it off the car. I've already got gaskets for it ordered. I ordered them like the night before, but I was just double checking because I could have still canceled that order if I wanted to. So they're on the way. So that way when I get ready to put the intake back on, I'll have fresh gaskets.
There you go.
debating on whether or not I want to find a couple cans of that freaking metallic blue, the Pontiac metallic blue, because that's what color that engine's
Yeah.
painted, and freshen up the paint on that engine. Because from it sitting
Yeah.
there without being cleaned or whatever, it's looking a little shabby. You should have seen that engine when I dropped it in. It was freaking gleaming. It was like a gemstone sitting there on top of the wooden pallet. And it sucks because the freaking chrome valve covers that were on it are completely rusted and pitted. And there wasn't a spot on them when I bought that engine. I don't understand. I mean, it's not like yeah, it kind of sat outside, but really, I don't know if they're stock or not. They just might be just plain Jane chrome valve covers, like cheapy ones. I don't know. But I'm gonna run them for now. I'll run them for now and I'll replace them later.
Yeah.
Basically, everything right now is fix what I need to fix.
Yeah.
I am looking at possibly needing to have to replace the alternator to go to a higher amperage alternator. If this one can't handle, because I'm adding electric fans, I'm adding the sniper system, electric fuel pump. I'm already running more electronics inside the car for like charging phones and stuff like that. I'm adding electric windows to it. I don't want like voltage drop fucking with the sniper, but I also don't want to end up putting a new alternator on it unless I have to.
Yeah. I don't blame you there.
That, and I'm probably looking at, I might end up blocking off, I might end up taking the air conditioned condenser box off of that one side and hiding the sniper coil and stuff like where that would be, but underneath another piece of metal. Because like Kat said in her live stream, she noticed that I like things nice and clean and like nondescript and hiding, which is kind of it. Like when I put that shaker on top of the sniper, couldn't tell it was there.
Nice.
Could not see it. So hopefully that
that's
doesn't fuck
good.
with it either, though. Because it is putting it underneath of a metal hat.
Yep.
But I don't know. There's nobody in here. I think I'm gonna call it. We're down. We're down to 2 viewers. I don't even know. One of them's probably me. But thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for you're still out in the chat. Thank you for joining. And we'll catch you guys next week. Gotta hit the end screen.